What's up, everyone? We're back again for some more Gundam Evolution gameplay. We're taking another look at Melee Zaku. It's been a long time since I did any sort of stuff with him, partially because, well, he's been considered very bad, but also because I'm not very good with him, even when he wasn't considered bad. So it's been a while, but we're trying him out here on Thermal Plant. I do like, you know, the melee type suits, especially Melee Zaku and Exia. I do like them a lot more on the domination maps. So that is why I'm going to be trying them here. And this first little attempts to get onto the point didn't work out so well. I made a little bit of pressure on the right side, but tried to charge into that Sazabi and got hooked from the back from Marasai. And then my team got a couple kills off it, but then they weren't able to really fully push, and now it is still in the enemy hands. And, you know, seeing a Sazabi on their team is, you know, something I'm kind of happy to see as Melee Zaku. Obviously, he has the ability to shut me down, just like I can do a lot of damage to him. If he lands an axe on me, I'm pretty much dead. And he can also put out a lot of damage in close range, which, you know, Melee Zaku does have to be. But, you know, he's a big target. He's someone who's easy to knock away his shields. So you've got good people on your team that can damage him from afar. You're knocking away that shield can help out a lot. But so far, my first attempt to deal with him has not worked out. He's also got that Methus right behind him, who's been doing a good job of adding some extra damage and keeping him healed. But right now, I can't really get in on this right side. I'm slowly building up rage. Really close to it now, and I just got it off that. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off that Gundam. With that overhead slash, which did get its cooldown reduced. I'm going to catch this Jim coming back to try to get some health. Doing actually a good amount of damage just with those regular old slashes. And that's kind of showing what can happen here with Melee Zaku. You know, even with the changes, he's still very much kind of weak when you're not in rage. And when you are in rage, you're pretty scary. But unfortunately, I couldn't really get up to my rage built until after the point was about to end. And even though I came in there and got that Gundam, picked up the Jim, now we're on a whole new point, and I've gotten a rage again. So maybe it would have been better to get it built up and just kind of save it for the next point. Now we're here on C, which, you know, Melee Zaku can do really good here because he's got a lot of survivability, and this is probably the point in the game that is the easiest to keep contested for a long period of time, and I'm trying to do that right now, but 3 different G maneuvers, even with Survive, giving me that rage off the Super Napalm, and I think it blocked a couple of the Gym Mines, but some of them hit me. And then Range Zaku came in with his axe as well, so yeah, a lot of survivability there, but 3 G maneuvers is a lot to survive through, so didn't work out there, couldn't really contest much. And now they've got the point, it's going to be a whole lot less useful just being able to stay alive because we got to get it back. And we've got to get in and get them off it, which is going to be harder. And I'm back down to having no rage. Got it really quick, actually, there, off those G maneuvers, but now I'm back to nothing. And here's Marasai, trying to get in on him real close before he got the hook off. We did get it again, and that is just kind of a problem for Melee Zaku. Marasai has always been a pretty strong counter to him, and Marasai is kind of pretty popular these days. You know, he's doing more damage with his gun, even though the combo has been kind of nerfed, sort of, over and over. And, you know, his extra survivability and extra damage on his gun has made him pretty popular these days. I did manage to pick him off there. Taking forever to finish him off. That's another thing they did to Melee Zaku back a while ago, is that he used to be able to do a ton of damage to down people just with regular old melee strikes. And I think Guntank did a good amount as well too. Both of them, not at the same time, but both of them got that nerfed, where they do less damage to down people with their primary attacks. So not able to really finish people off quickly anymore. But I do come in here, get that quick charge on that Sazabi in the corner. That's the situation I really want to be in against him. And then I get Marasai in the back, pop rage, but there's only this Gundam around. We're gonna have to take him out again, just like I did last time with the rage. And now we've got the point count. We finally got some points on the board, but with rage running out, only getting 1 kill off that, gonna have to slowly build it up again. But now at least we're kind of in a more, you know, forward defensive position rather than having to charge onto the point, so I can get, you know, some nice slashes on people walking in. And Sazabi kind of comes in alone here. Methus does catch up with him, but ends up dying to Pale Rider Nade. We take out both of them, and I'm a little bit worried where to go. I decided to drop down because I think my team has that corner covered, but Jim coming in like crazy, managed to take me out, put down those mines. And I'm a little bit confused what my team's idea was here. They were kind of holding back, like, really defensively. I understand Dynamis, but maybe it was because there's a Range Zaku around. It does look like Exia took him out, so that might have been why they were back so far. I think we probably could have held up a bit more there, be a bit more aggressive. That's what I was hoping to do, and I could build up my rage as they pushed in. But they pushed in from the side I wasn't ready for, and I died to that Jim. But at least we got most of the points on that C point there, or the A point there. So we're still in it a little bit. We are coming down to the last point, so we still got a good amount to catch up. But we gotta make it happen. And I'm a little out of position here. I was hoping to walk up and grab that health pack. Really should have realized that the rest of my team was not in a position to protect me from that, and that they were probably already on the high ground. But we did at least get the ranged Zaku to waste his G maneuver there, and it looks like Pale Rider is still going at it with Hades. Took out the Marasai as well, so... Oh man, Methus, triple kill, so we can maybe get in here. I still have my G maneuver. I've been holding on to it for a while. It's strong without rage, but it really kind of goes crazy with rage, so you usually want to wait either until you have rage, or when you're in a close enough range of getting it that you can pop the G maneuver, get a couple hits, build that rage, and then activate the G maneuver, or activate the rage in the middle of the G maneuver to up more damage. Also, I'm scared of getting hooked out of it, so, you know, as long as Marasai's around, I'm a little bit worried about throwing it out. But knock away Jin's shield there. Looks like Dynamis also took out the Methus, got to back up and heal a little bit. I was coming up here to make sure that the high ground was clear and also kind of looking for that health pack, but I see Rangy Zaku's going crazy over in that corner, gets 3 people. And you know, we've had a lot of percent we've had to build on this B point to catch up in extra time here, but him getting that triple kill there is going to buy us a good amount of time, and we're getting closer. One more big team fight win for us could be enough to actually catch up. But I see them all kind of coming in from over here. I know Marasai's over there somewhere. Methus actually gets taken out by Pale Rider, and I threw out my slash. I think I might have finished him off in his downstate as well, but they're starting to push in. I decided to go for the G maneuver. I do get rage now. Finish off that Jin, finish off that Pale Rider. And Marasai was way over on the point. I heard his G maneuver go off. Don't know how much he got off of that, but it wasn't on me, so I'm happy with that. I think it's just Methus left, kind of poking away, but Exia takes him out, and I don't think anyone else is going to be able to get to the point in time. And there we go, a hell of a comeback on that B point. Really putting in work there. Definitely a lot of work done by Range Zaku and Pale Rider, but overall as a team, we did a good job keeping off. And we're actually ahead going into round 2. Alright, round 2 starting off on B point, which we did very well on last time. Let's see if we can do good starting off on it here, but so far they've already kind of positioned on the high ground there. I was going to try and fight for a little bit, but look how far up Sazabi is. I'm just putting out that arm to get a little bit of rage and block some damage. They did buff that, giving it an extra 20% damage reduction, but does still don't really build that much rage while you have it up. I think it's probably just based on how much damage you're taking. So you may actually build a little bit less because you're taking less damage, but you can stand around for a little bit longer. But still kind of trying to fight for this high ground here, but I don't really have the support for it. Heavy arms right there, definitely not gonna be able to deal with him. I back up, got the arm up again, but he puts out so much damage, it's not gonna be enough. I also don't think the arm being up there and the damage reduction applies to persistent damage effects on you. So like the fire from Heavy Arm's missile pod, I don't think it reduces damage from that. I think it just reduces damage from stuff that's actively hitting your arm guard while it's up. So definitely not enough to keep me alive there. Hoping to maybe get that repair there. I was thinking maybe the Marasai would be greedy and try and grab me, and maybe we could take him out and maybe get the repair as well. But we are chasing him here. Do take him out. I missed that tackle, unfortunately. But we're kind of finally gotten control of the high ground, dropping down, trying to get him off the point. They got this turn A now. I don't actually know who switched off of onto that. And the Heavy Arms is also new from last time, but I think it's just really Sazabi around. But he's barely staying alive. Oh, actually, Heavy Arms is up top as well. Both me and Exia not able to take him out. You'd think that double melee combo would be able to do it, but we're both kind of low. Both of us missed a couple abilities. I wasn't able to get that tackle on him. So once again, we're starting off with 0% on the board after the first point. Now we're going over to C again, which also did not go too well for us last time. And we're not in a good position to start off with the first cap on it either, which is always especially bad for C points. Sazabi up front again, firing away at me. Slowly building up that rage. Get a little bit more off that sledge, but Marasai keeps going for these flank attacks, but this time I kind of get the drop on him. He misses the hook. Almost kills me anyways, but I'm barely alive. Now Guntank's in here as well. So close to getting rage. I do manage to get it, but don't need it to finish him off. So actually, I don't have rage. I'm very close to having it. So that means it's going to slowly start dwindling down unless I get it to max. So I decide to pick up that heal and come back in. Everyone manages to disappear from my view. The Methus turret is going to feed me to get me back up to the rest of the rage I think I need. Coming here on this turn A. Gotta be careful not to get too close. He does go for the grab, but I just slowly slash away and take him out. Now, almost got the cap. Really close. Just hoping they can get off it. I'm throwing these slashes at their toes. I don't even really know if it can go through that. I know some bullets can. Just waiting, and they did get off it enough. I did get the cap. Gonna get us a few percent, but they come down and finish me off. Once again, not able to reduce the damage enough to live there, but we got something. 8% to 83. They've only got, 10 times our score. And we're back to B again, so we gotta make another miracle happen. We can't, we gotta at least get something on this. It might go into extra time, though, right here. It might be the last point, but if we fight somewhat evenly for it, we will go over to the last point after this to finish it out. Sosby coming in. I do knock his shield away, but unfortunately all these other people around are going to make it hard to go for the finish. Marsai and Guntank together, a little bit scary to fight into that. And they got first cap again, but it looks like we might be able to at least take high ground. Not that I really want to be the one up here. Come in, there's a few of them on the corner here, kind of low. Marsai's low, finish him off. Really wanted to make sure he didn't get repaired by Metis there, so while I could have gone to survive, I was really greedy for it there, but I got repaired, and you do actually keep your rage while getting repaired. I didn't know that. Just gonna stand here, knock that Guntank back, go into survive on the health pack, and that's a free fight win for me. Not much you can do about that. And now we do have the point, and it looks like we're in a position to get a good amount of percent off of it. Tornado is landing his shots, so it scares me back again. We haven't seen a butterfly out of him yet, but this is, probably the worst map in the game for butterfly. There's not really a good point for it. B might be the best for it, but it's still not great. But I used my G maneuver there. I killed the Sazabi, but that was all probably a bit of a waste. And they actually recapped the point while I was spinning off of it. But at least we got most of the percentage there. They're really close to pushing into extra time, but we are going to be going over to A as the last point. And unfortunately, they did get a DC during that. So, last time we were down a lot, we were able to bring it back. It's going to be a little bit easier now, unless that person rejoins. The last time we were on B. Haven't done too well on A yet. They got a core fighter out there somewhere. Gonna have to keep an eye out for it so I can pop survive if needed. Pushing here on this right side. Sazi still has that Metis with him. 1v1, I can do pretty good against him, but with that Metis helping out. But here comes the butterfly. Would be scared, but, he's kind of stuck up in the rafters there somewhere. I don't think he's killed anyone yet. I managed to take out Sazabi during that. Yeah, it doesn't look like he got any kills. He's still alive somewhere, but he didn't get any kills off of that butterfly. You got the Marsai, and I think he's back there. He looks like he did take out our Dynamis after the butterfly. Then he got axed by Range Zaku. Probably overkill there. I don't think just Tournay alone off the point needed to be axed, but, he wants to keep up that pressure, I guess. So we're building up again, about 30% away. Sosby comes in here, and that's what you want to happen as Melee Zaku, is that you get that dash, that tackle onto Sosby, and your team just blows them up. And that's easier to get in a 6v5 scenario, of course, but it definitely can still happen on evenly matched teams. Right there, I've narrowly survived against that Marsai in Survive. Actually got Rage, and then he decided to drop his G move around me. Don't think that was the best use of it, because I was already pretty close to being dead. I don't think there was anyone behind me, although maybe he got a second stun, but they're kind of fighting with what they got. They are still down a man. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to rejoin in time. Just some stragglers still fighting over the point, contesting a little bit, but time is running out. And that's going to be it. It's unfortunate that they did have that lead here at the end, but, we did make the big comeback in round 1, so it's not like it was totally out of the question, but of course, would have liked to have a more fair fight at the end. So overall, I think that was a pretty good Melee Zaku game. Not good enough to get the MVP, but that's a pretty tall order for Melee Zaku these days. Even after the buffs, I still feel like he's a bit on the weaker side. He's very much all or nothing with that rage mechanic still, and while both the buffs did kind of make it easier for him to build that rage, it's still not too easy. You really kind of have to be pushing in and constantly taking people out with like a more aggressive team comp than what we had, or you got to be patient and just kind of keep throwing out those shockwaves to slowly build it up over time until you finally get it, and sometimes that's not quick enough to really make stuff happen. But either way, I think we worked what we had there and did pretty good. As always though, I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on the new Melee Zaku, how good you think he is, and if you want to see more, you can stay tuned here on YouTube, or you can also catch me live on Twitch. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.